Business is tough, but what I can tell my viewers is you are tougher. Business is tough, but you are tougher. Again, don't stress. Sometimes there are things that happens. You feel maybe you are not getting income, you're not getting profit. Don't stress, because the moment you start to stress, that's the end of you. That's the end of you. Be tough. The business might be tough, but be tougher. Don't stress. Again, be good to yourself. Be good to yourself. Don't stress. The business might be tough, but be tougher. The last one, never give up.
I love that. Yeah.
The moment you give up, I know if I gave up, I will not be in this podcast. I will not have been in this podcast if I gave up. All right? Be tough because you are tougher.
Yeah.
Don't stress. Believe in yourself. Never give up in any way. Again, the next chapter of your business, the next level, the next chapter of your business is going to be amazing.
Hey everyone, Daniel Topor here and welcome to the Season 1 finale of the Dancing with That podcast, where we go deep into how leaders have overcome adversity to unleash their success and delve into the why. Why are we really here on this big, beautiful earth? Today, I bring you a deeply moving story of survival, tenacity, and the unyielding spirit to triumph over life's cruelest adversities. Enter the world of Lusher Paul, a remarkable young man hailing from Kibera, Kenya. Through an introduction from my wife, which is a remarkable story in itself, our paths crossed this year, and I can wholeheartedly say that he's one of the most inspiring souls I've ever had the pleasure of knowing. Lusher's early years were shadowed by profound loss. Losing his parents during primary school, he was left to fend for himself as his extended family turned away. He became what he calls a street boy, hustling and selling scrap metal and smokes to stay alive. Every hard-earned coin went towards sustenance, and whatever remained, he selflessly donated to his community. Battling inner demons and a tumultuous educational journey, Lusher faced the darkest corners of life, even attempting suicide before realizing the need for a different path. In the face of despair, Lusher turned to the healing powers of music and dance, birthing a wedding MC and DJing business that not only sustained him, but became a testament to the transformative power of human resilience. Today, Lusher stands not just as a successful businessman, but as a beacon of hope and inspiration to his community. As he builds upon his professional momentum, Lusher has aspirations to enter politics, with his ultimate goal to create authentic change and give back to the place he calls home. Lusher's story is undeniably heartbreaking, yet it embodies the most potent essence of the human spirit. To not merely survive, but to inspire and against all odds, thrive. In this episode, we embark on a profound journey into Lusher's life and explore the lessons he's learned along the way. In these challenging times, his narrative serves as a powerful reminder of the indomitable human spirit within us all. Join me in cherishing this privileged moment as we connect with Lusher Paul in episode 12. Lusher, welcome to the Dancing with That podcast. So amazing to have you here today, bro.
Yes. Hi, everyone. I'm Lusher Paul. Thank you, Daniel Chopper. I'm happy to be in this podcast. Thank you so much for hosting me today.
Absolutely. It is my pleasure, Lusher. My pleasure. Lusher, God works in mysterious ways. I think even us having this conversation is actually a bit of a miracle. You know, the fact that my wife visited your school when she was 17 as part of a religious mission, and that you remembered her name for many years and then connected over Facebook, for us now to be sitting here, you in Kenya, opposite me in Australia, like it's almost unbelievable. And I think it really shows how much technology can bring together humanity for the greater good. Do you want to share a little bit more about how we've come to meet today?
Yeah, sure. First of all, I want to really thank God for this opportunity. I can say it's a golden opportunity to have been talking to a man I've never seen. And I would also love to thank God because of your wife, Anita Maska. And if I can vividly remember, it was, I can say so many years ago, I can't remember, but so many years ago, almost around, I think 16, 17 years ago, when she came to our school. And she was with other visitors who came to see us, the people that lives in the slum area, and also the school where we used to school. The school at that particular time during those days, the school was not in a very good condition. I know you understand the school in Africa. So I remember when I saw the white men during those days, the African people were like, "Oh, have you seen Jesus? Have you seen the sisters to Jesus?" So we were so happy. And I really wanted to have at least a sister of Jesus because during those days, we used to believe that when you see a white lady when we were young, and even our parents during those times, they used to tell us that when you encounter a white person or someone who looks like Jesus, then your life will change. So that is what was in my mind during those times. That oh my God, I need to look for my own white sister, a sister, a nephew to or a sister to Jesus that will change my life. So I was in the midst as I was trying to look to my best sister. There was another. I can't remember her name. I went to. I remember I went to greet her, and she was like, "Get out of here!" So I felt really bad. I was like, "Connie, is this how Jesus is?" Because of the, you know, get out of here. I don't know what I did. I think I guess I took his hand and I gave her a kiss. So she was like, "What are you trying to do?" So I really felt depressed. I really felt bad. I really felt unwanted. But I never gave up. I never gave up. My journey of not giving up started long way, long time ago. I never gave up. And that is when I saw this woman. I saw another sister of Jesus. Now your wife, your current wife, Anita Mascar. So the way she embraced me, the way I really felt like this, my life has changed. I remember very well I was telling my mom, in Swahili was saying, nimepata mzungu, like I've gotten a white person that will change our lives. So regardless of I having that opportunity of linking up to Anita, it was more than it was more than her changing my life. It was more of the bond that the bond that we had. The way she accepted me, I really felt. In fact, even that attitude of she's going to change my life or something, it just disappeared because she gave me a sisterly love. She gave me a motherly love, and
Mhm.
hey, I can't even fathom how I really felt having her in my hand. So she really took care. She was. I was always holding her hand. Whenever she's at our school, I was always holding her hand. Even when I was in class, I was not concentrating. I was just thinking about where is she? Uh, is she gone? Is she around? Where Yeah. So uh, I don't want to remember those days because after I heard that she had gone, ha, I don't know what I can say more than that. But I really thank God for her and the time that I had with her, and right now that I came to connect with her because I knew there was a time that will come. I never knew that there was a time that will come. We'll be able to connect with you. We will be able to connect with you, but it is through her. Yes.
Yeah, that's yeah, what an incredible story. And the
Mm.
fact that you remembered her name for so many years, because when you were younger, when she was 17, Facebook didn't exist. We didn't have Facebook. So you actually remembered her name, and then obviously once you got Facebook, you looked her up. And it's funny, when I first started dating Anita, she actually told me about you. So she told me this story about a little boy, I think you were 9 at the time, called Lusher, and this incredible connection that you guys formed together. And when I started this podcast at the start of this year, I actually thought of you and thought, I really want to meet this guy because he just sounds so incredibly inspiring. And I had seen what you're doing with dance, and you're a bit of a social media star. I've seen your videos on the internet. You're doing some amazing things, and I just knew that I had to connect with you. So
Yes.
it's so good to have you on the show today, Lucia. Really, really, yeah, really happy we got together.
Thank you so much, Mr. Daniel. And also not forget about. I remember after before she went, she had given me her number, and she told me. I remember when she told me that she wrote in the paper Anita Maska, and the number I don't remember how it the code, but the only name that I remember is Anita Maska, and during those, I never knew how I will ever find her. In fact, when I first installed my Facebook account, that was the first name that I looked for. And because she told me she's
Nice.
from Melbourne, Australia, is there was a soap that was being aired in our local TV station that was called Days of Our Lives. So I was
Hmm.
even thinking that maybe she's an actor. So I was looking into a person that looks familiar to her, like, is this the one? And is it the one? So when I saw almost the same name, like Anita Maska, so I remember, no, this is the one. So I went to Facebook straight. I went to Facebook.
Nice.
I, you know, I went to Facebook. I looked to her name, and I was like, boom, she is the one. And till date up to now, I thank God because of that connection. We've met, and because of that connection, now you are in Australia and I'm in Kenya, and we are now talking of how my journey was.
Absolutely. And there's quite a lot of people that listen to the show from all over
Yes,
the world. So this connection is now here for everyone to see. So I guess on that note, I'm not
yes,
sure
yes,
how
yes.
many Australian podcasts you've done
Oh,
before, but I wanted to ask you what do you want to talk about today? What are the lessons and messages that you would like to share with the world based on your life experience? And you can talk about any part of your life experience that you feel is relevant, whether it's business or personal. But what messages do you want to share today, Lucia?
all right. First of all, I've never been to any podcast. I can say this is one of the international
Oh, wow.
podcasts. I'm all from Kenya, being an international podcast. I really, maybe I can share part of my story.
Hmm.
I remember when I was still schooling, I used to sell scrap metals. Before I started to sell scrap metals, I used to be a thief. I used to steal. I used to steal people's clothes. I used to steal people's shoes so that I can go and sell them. At least you can get something to eat. It was not as easy. The reason as to why I used to steal or being a robber, not even a robber, I was a stealer. A robber is someone who robs with guns. So me, I was using these guns, my hands. All
The
right,
pretend
all
guns.
right. So yes. So I used to steal clothes. I used to steal shoes, so that at least you can get something small that can be able to take maybe for lunch, for supper. During those days in school, we used to depend on school food, but at times during those days, the aid food was not, frequently as it used to be during those days. So after I started stealing, I started engaging in other behaviors that are not well. And I remember when I started to steal. Okay, the best thing about me when I used to steal, I only make sure I stole and I go to sell what I've stolen so that I can get food. So my conscience was not, my conscience was fighting with me like whatever you're doing is not right. Still, yes, I'm still confessing about Jesus. Me, I started confessing about Jesus since when I was young, but I was feeling like whatever I'm doing is not right. So I decided to change, and when I decided to change, I saw it good. Maybe I do other business. I was still very young. You can imagine. I started hustling when I was very young.
Hmm.
So I changed, and now that's when I started selling scrap metals. So still on scrap metals, I used to go and steal other people's metals. Maybe in Kenya we call it sufuria. these things that pans, anything that is metallish. I used to go and steal. I go and sell. I remember there was a time. Sorry about that. I remember there was a time I was found stealing the scrap metals. Man, I was beaten. I was beaten a good fight. In fact, I remember like a story of stealing in the Bible. I was beaten. I was down when I was looking up. I saw like heaven is opening up. I feel like heaven. I was, I was seeing myself ascending to heaven because the fight, the beating that I got from mob, I will never forget. I feel like I feel like there were angels. Angels were coming to take me to heaven. But luckily enough, there were people who felt pity on me because they told me they saw I was just a young boy who was trying to make ends meet. And I
Hmm.
was taken to a police station, and sorry about that. I was taken to a police station, and I remember I stayed there for, I think it was 4 months. You can imagine a little boy in a police station. It was called approved school for 4 months, and my life changed. So fast forwarding, I decided to now fully give my life to Jesus, to be born again, and that is when now things started to change. What I'm talking about, it is after Anita had left uh,
Hmm.
to Australia. Yes, now that one is after. Now she had left. Yeah, so I decided to engage in other school activities. That is playing football. I was also trying to preach so that I can get something. In everything that I saw it as a hustle. I knew when I preach, people will give out their offerings and they'll get something. But in school, it was different. When you preach and people give out their offering, then they had the offering used to go to school, so you are given nothing. So I saw I can't get anything from this school, so I dropped out of school during those days. I dropped out. So I continued to go to hustle in different ways, playing football. I was a good footballer and I was a good goalkeeper. That one I can tell you for sure. And I remember we used to get little finances from what we got in football. But again, I saw it good to go back to school so that at least I can be able to get more knowledge. And so now here in Kenya, we go in a system of 844, although right now it has changed. So I went through class 8 and I really performed well. Before I got into high school, I stayed almost 1 year out because there were finances that were needed and I was unable to raise. But thank God I was able to join Form 1. Uh, Now, during the Form 1 days, now that is when I had that zeal. My other talents started coming up. That is, DJing, not really DJing, but dancing. I started with dancing and I started step by step. I used to go to clubs to check how people dance. To the dancing clubs, right? Okay, I hope you're getting me right. The dancing clubs to check how they are dancing. I used to try to bust some moves. I used to do all those things. All is to try to get how I'm going to get, some moolah, some money,
Hmm.
something I can put in the table. So I started to dance, and my breakthrough started coming when I was in Form 1, step by step. In Form 2, things were not as easy. I was really in Form 2, yes, in Form 2, I think I was it 2010 before my mom died. Before my mom died, life was not that bad, but after she died in 2010, and that is when my life changed. That is when I had a turnaround of my life. I It was an experience that I wouldn't like to talk about because it was an experience that made me to shed tears. It was an experience that made me to feel like, no one is for me, everyone is against me after my mom died. When she died, people were like, we got you, we'll support you, we'll do everything just to be there with you. But after a few weeks, in fact, after a few months, things were not the same. So after all that happened, I decided to continue to with my schooling, and that is when I joined Form 2, and life was not as easy. Again, I was thinking of going back to being a robber, to be not now as if a robber, a gun robber, now
Oh
the true
wow.
one. So I remember there was a time I went to ask how I can get some pistol so that I can get money quickly. I I joined. There was a person. I don't know. I can't remember his name, but he told me where I can get those pistols and stuff. But I had decided. I had decided now this will be my life. My life as a robber. That's what I'll be doing. But
And is that because it was the easiest way to get money
yes,
by
yes,
doing
yes, yes,
robbery, and because
yes.
it's
That
so
was
hard to make money
yes.
legitimately?
No, in fact, I only needed where I can get money, either it is legitimately or. But robbery was the easiest way. Hey
Yeah.
you, I need your money, I need your phone, you're the quickest. But I was determined not to be poor. You see, but I was trying to get rich in a way that is not the right way. I hope you are getting me right. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that time that I was about to meet with him, that next morning, I really felt sick. Again for the second time, I saw heaven opening up. I saw angels. My son, we are coming for you. So that morning I was very sick, very, very sick. So I was unable to meet with that man. Within a blink of an eye, I got a call from that person's friend, and they told me that that guy went to rob. It was a bank. It was a heist. They were around 8 robbers. It was in our local TV station. In fact, I was to be among his 10. All of them, 8, all of them were shot dead. Same day,
Oh
the
wow.
same day that I was supposed to go. I don't know if you are getting my story. The same day that I
Absolutely.
was
That is
supposed to go and meet
crazy.
with that guy to show me where they get guns, I do my first robbery because they are used to. It's the day that I felt very sick, very early in the morning, very sick, and it was around 7 a.m. That is the time that I got. I had tried calling you his call, but I never received his call because I never had him calling me. So, because I was very sick and I was asleep, so I never had his call. So when I was looking at my phone, I was like, "Oh, he's calling me." So when I tried to call his phone, it was engaged. It was line busy, user busy. I don't know why. So that is when I got a call from the same, or not the same number, but from his friend, telling me, "Hey, Lasha, those times they used to call me dancer, dancer. Your friend it's like they have been killed, and it is not him alone. They were 8 of them. I'm telling you the truth, Daniel. All of them, they were shot dead. Everyone were given 4 rounds of ammunition, 4 bullets in the head. What? So I
Wow.
got shocked. Yes, I really got shocked because uh, from the 8th person, I was to be the 9th person to be shot dead. In fact, they were shot each in the head, yes, they were shot that they can never survive.
Jeez, that's
I'm just
crazy.
trying to imagine how it happened. So that is when I remembered. Ah, so is it the reason why God wanted to spare me? Is the reason I got sick? Because I'm telling you the truth, Mr. Daniel. I will not have survived the fate. That is the truth of the story. I will not have survived. I will have been dead meat. In fact, I don't know if you will have meant.
Yeah.
Yes. So that is when I started to connect the dot that when I was sick, in fact, let me just repeat again. When I was sick, once again, I saw the heavens opening up and I saw the angels welcoming me to heaven. You can imagine. So it was a prophetic way of telling me if my son you go there, you're going to be shot dead. Eh? But I'm not sure if I would have been shot stealing, I would have gone to heaven, maybe to hell. Only God knows. So after I heard about that story, hmm, my life really changed. I really changed my life. I stayed for almost a month without talking much. I was just like, yes, yes, okay, I'm fine. Yeah. Yes. I don't have even what to talk because I knew the friends that were short. They were all my friends. We were not
Hmm.
strangers. They were all my friends. So after that incident, I started looking at my background. I started looking at the way people go through a lot, the way people stay without food. And I was asking myself, how am I going to help them? Now that is heading to Form 3 now. So I started opening up my mind. I started opening up my mind. And
Hmm.
the moment that I started having heart of giving is when I remember we had a neighbor who died because of hunger. I never knew they were hungry. They used to borrow food, but I was not able to give them anything because those days, I was in high school. And again, after the incident, I decided just let me just be alive, but with no money. Let me just stay like that. Okay.
Hmm.
So part of my neighbor, they were called Eunice. They died not because they were shot, not because they were beaten or what. It's because of hunger. Those people, I don't know what happened, but I was told they died because of hunger. So that thing touched my heart really bad. I really cried. I really cried. How can people die because of hunger? So that is when I started to whatever little that I had, I share with my neighbor, even if it's okay in case you don't have a McDonald's. Those times. We used to call them gumu. Gumu is something that is a piece of cake that is very hard.
Hmm.
That's a direct translation. That is it's very not crunchy. I don't know how I can say it. So when I used to get to buy them, I used to go and buy like 10 of them when I have maybe some little money. It used to cost 5 shillings, 5 Kenyan shillings. So I buy like 10 of them. I go and just give random people like, well, Shika, take this one. I go and get another one. A person that seems like they are malnourished or they seem like they are feeling hungry. So I used to go and give them. So that's when I started getting that heart of giving. Mind you, on my side, it's not that I'm well. It is not that I am that rich or what. But I started, but through the situation that I had gone through and the way things have been happening, and I've seen the way people are suffering. So I started step by step. But again, I saw I needed money. Will I go back? Will I still go back to the robbery? No, I won't do that. What do I have? Now I have this talent of dancing. So that is when I started to dance. I started to commercialize my dancing. That when I dance for you, you have to pay me something small. You have to appreciate me with something
Hmm.
small. The small something that I got is the one that I started to do it small by small. I buy cooking flour. That is, we call it unga here in Kenya, and I share. So as I finished my form 4, I started to have that idea of what if I might task. Yes, I am dancing, but I'm not getting. After my form 4, I did not do that well. I didn't do that well. And maybe if I did well, I'm sure maybe we would not have met because I would be in a very different, profession.
Hmm.
So after I finished my form 4, uh, I knew maybe I decided to multitask. That is when now I started to join. I had that, that zeal of doing the DJing stuff. I started singing, but singing needs a lot of money to go to studio to produce a song. But just God made a way, and I did my first song, and a Kiswahili song. And then the song was talking about God locating me, like giving me another level, taking me to another level from glory to glory. And that is what, after that song, that's what God did. And so after singing, I was not that a good singer. By the way, after we finish our podcast, I will do some. I will do. What do you call it? I will sing for you. I will sing for you a random song. It's not something that I've practiced, but I'll
Sure.
do something for you.
Absolutely. And Lucia, how did when you were on this journey, so when you were looking to move away from crime and into singing and realizing the transformative and healing powers, did somebody help you, or were you on this journey really by yourself, and I guess by yourself and with your connection to God? Or was there someone else around that was helping you?
Thank you for that question. 90% of my life, God was there for me. The woman that I can say that helped me right now, sincerely speaking, I've been trying to look for her. I can't find her. I don't know where she went, but I trust
Hmm.
God she's alive. She's the one who connected me to the things to do with church. Uh, I remember she used to give me food during those days. She used
Hmm.
to give me food, yes, and she used to give me some job where I go to a hotel. In Kenya, call it Hotel Akibandaski. Akibandaski is a small hotel. I don't know if you understand. It's somewhere that maybe poor people go to eat. So I used to go
Yeah.
there. I washed some utensils. I washed the hotel, and the payback that I was getting is food. And now the church that she connected me with the church. That is what I can remember in my life. She's the one who helped me. But apart from that, I can say it is God.
Wow. How did you find that strength within you? Like the story that you've just told is it's so incredible. Like I almost can't believe that it's real because it's just incredible. I'm lost for words. I'm struggling to
Mm.
describe it. But how did you find that strength within you? Like how is that possible, Lucia?
Uh, it is possible. It is not possible until it is done. Because I can say I never give up. I never give up, and
Yeah.
I know maybe you noticed
It's the
I'm so
spirit.
much. I'm so much into God and stuff. I first of all, I never give up, and I knew where I wanted to be. I've never gotten like people to support me like, hey, I want to support you. In fact, in my life, Mr. Daniel, I've never had
Hmm.
someone saying that I want to support your vision. I want to stand with you. I want, standing with you. Of course, one is connection. Maybe it is through job. Secondly, maybe it's finances. Thirdly, maybe it's just being there for you. Sincerely speaking, I can't say I had that person during those days. So the spirit that I had of not giving up, knowing where I want to go, is the one that has made the impossibilities to be possible. Yes.
Yeah, it's a very strong spirit. I mean, to have overcome the challenges and the adversities that you've just described is, yeah, it's really incredible, Lucia. This is a
Mm,
story that I think everybody needs to hear because it just shows when you look within yourself and
mm,
you want to fight and you want to do better, it is possible from wherever you are, wherever
Yes,
you are. So good
yes,
on you, brother. That is incredible.
yes, sir.
And so with as you were obviously getting more into the singing and dancing side, is this where your business idea started and you wanted to expand and start to make money from it?
Okay, yes, yes, yes. After now the dancing, now I wanted to expand. That is when now I saw maybe I can do some DJing. In fact, I've never gone to a DJing school. I've never gone to a DJing school. I've never gone to a dancing school. And right now, what
Hmm.
I'm doing the weddings. As you have seen now, I'm a wedding MC. It's all about. In fact, Mr. Daniel, let me tell you, me, I'm a self-taught. I think I should. I am my own primary school. I am my own high school. I am my own university. I am my own. You know, everything that I'm doing right now is self-taught. Of which I cannot despise the knowledge that is instilled in schools and high schools. But I decided to now expand my mind, my career, so that at least even if I don't get on the dancing, at least I can get on the DJ. Even if it is not on the
Hmm.
DJ side, on the MCing side. But in terms of music, I'm not that much into music because vocally, I'm not that good. But I used to try. Yes.
I've seen your dancing though. Your dancing is very good. I mean, if people do want to have a look at you on the internet, who do they search for? Is it Hype MC?
Yes, yes, yes. On TikTok, maybe I don't know if you share the links on the on once you upload the video, but
Yeah,
I'm found
definitely. We'll
on
share the
TikTok.
links.
Okay, I'm Hype MC Lusher Paul. Lusher is Lusher Paul. Now that one is my personal account. For dancing, it is the same dancers. Maybe you'll share with them so that they'll be able to, they'll be able to get more of what I do.
Definitely, definitely.
Yes, yes, yes.
And so what's the business now? Is it primarily wedding emceeing? Is that and like is it for local people or do you get to travel a little bit around?
Yes, I get to travel. I get to travel just around, and probably I'll go international because I am not local. I maybe I've never given up and I'll never give up. But you remember I started after before now we came to emceeing. There was a time I used to sell smokies. These smokies. I don't know if they
Hmm.
know smokies. In Kenya, we call them the smokies. After I saw it is not working, having been there for 3 years, yes,
Hmm.
having been there for 3 good years. It's not that it was not working, it was working, but I felt like I'm in a cocoon. I cannot, my potential is somewhere in a cocoon. So I decided just to expand myself, and that's when I decided to do more of dancing, more of DJing, and more of MCing. So when we come to your question, I believe it's just a season. It's just a matter of time that I'm MCing here in Kenya. My destination is not in Kenya. My destination is Africa and probably the world. And starting with the world, the viewer that is watching me, they can tell me, hey, my friend, I've seen your job. I want you to come to Austria. I want you to come to USA. I want you to come to Istanbul. I want you to come to, Dubai. I want you to come to Norway and Seattle
Yeah.
and everywhere. Yeah, so may I believe that regardless that I travel around Kenya, my destination is not in Kenya. My destination is Africa and the world. Yes, yes.
Yeah, and I think based on the strength of your character and spirit, I think you'll make it, Lucia. I think you have what it takes. I mean, you're a very inspiring guy, and wish
Yes.
you only the very best. And
Thank you.
if
Thank
we
you
can
so
make this
much,
happen,
Daniel.
if any of the listeners want to follow you, like, share your videos, please go right ahead. I'll share the link as
Yes,
part
yes,
of
yes,
this
yes.
podcast. So, other than becoming an international MC and dancer. Are there any other dreams that you wanted to share with us today? Because I think in the past you've mentioned that you want to go into politics and maybe help make a few changes in your community.
Yes, thank you for that, Mr. Daniel. Uh, in Kenya, we have elections after every 5 years, and we are almost down to 1 year after the elections were done. I really have a bigger dream of being one of the members of parliament here in Kenya, of which we start with a member of county assembly, that is MCA, and then there is
Mm-hmm.
member of parliament, MP, senator, and governor, and probably maybe the president. Uh, the reason as to why I want to venture into politics, of which I started little by little, it is one, I have a heart of people. It is something that I cannot deny. Even if I don't want it, it's something that I cannot deny. And my
Mm-hmm.
happiness right now, I love to see people living good. I love to see people living large. I love to see people, I love being a solution to other people's problems. So sometimes when I see other people going through situations, and maybe as per now I cannot help as much as maybe I can, I saw it a good opportunity for me to venture into politics, because in politics there are a lot of opportunities. In politics there are a lot of ways that you can help the community. One is
Mm-hmm.
through maybe creating job opportunities, just the little jobs that people assume, or the little jobs that people think they cannot help them. You only need to create a little opportunity, even if it is for 10. You go graduate in 20, like that. Even after 5 years, you have created jobs to a lot of people. So sometimes I really feel bad seeing part of my youthful team going through situations, seeing other women, like right now it is raining in Kenya.
Mm-hmm.
It is really raining very hard. You see, there are houses that uh, that are, they've been spoiled. You see, there are people that are sleeping
Yeah, I've
outside.
seen
You see,
there's some bad floods at the moment. Yeah.
the floods. So you're wondering, what are the people doing? What are the politicians do? What me, I don't want. Yes, I want to be a politician, but I want to be a leader. I want to be a person that gives solutions. It's not that I'll be 100% uh, sure that I deliver to everyone, but what you can be able to do to those people, do it. Even if it is time for flooding, people have been houses have been flooded. Go there, be with your people, tell them it is true,
Yeah.
this is happening, but we will do this in due time. But there are floods. You are not there. You are not talking about things. You are waiting the last 4 years so that you can come and bribe other people. No, that one cannot accept. I want to stand in that gap. And I know moving little by little from MCA, from MP, from senator, from governor, God willing, even as the president, I have started from somewhere, because I see there is a gap somewhere. There was this person who was telling me, you are talking like that because you are not in the parliament. You don't know how the system goes. Why can't I be in the parliament? I be my own system. It is not a matter of following other people's system. You can also be your
Yeah.
system. Either they like you or not. You can be your own system. They can follow your system if they like it or not. And even if they cannot accept you in the parliament buildings, you can like just like the way I am as a brand. Even if I not be able to go there in politics, I will stand with myself, and I will know I can support another person who has the same vision that I have, so that we can be able to save other people. So, Mr. Daniel, I can I can really talk. So those are the bigger dreams that I have. That maybe after 4 years or 3 years from now, I'll start to put skills to the younger bros of mine, the other people that we dance with, so that I can be able to let it go, so that I, as an individual, I can be able to venture into politics. But knowing that dancing group is still going on. maybe DJing. I have been able to, I have been able to help other people to DJ. I have those other dreams, and also the dreams of having my own dance academy. That those are part
Mm.
of the dreams that I need to have. The bigger dream. I have my own dancing academy, my own DJing academy. I have my own, MCing academy. That people, if they want MCs, they'll come through me. Like even if it's in a day, we are needed 5 MC from my company. I'll be able to deliver them. You go to Turkey, you go to, go to Australia, go to where. That is where I'm going. Those are part of my bigger dreams that I have, and I know it will come to reality in due time. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. And
Mm.
what's going to come first? Are you going to build up your business first and go international and then try and get into politics, or are you going to try and do both at the same time?
As for now, because I can say the time is not on my side. For yes, just a little time. I try to foster
Hmm.
ahead. I try to. I've been multitasking, so I know I'll do that. But I try to see where the way. As you try to scale. You see, this side is going the other side. So, but for now, I try to do both. For now, I try
Hmm.
to do both. Yes, yes,
Yeah. And Lucia, a lot of people, and myself included, they study business at university, at school. Obviously, you didn't get the formal education in business. You're self-taught, as you mentioned. I'm
Hmm.
interested to know, what are the top two insights or things that you've learned that you can share based on your experience with the world as applying to business?
Yes, yes. What I can say is that in uh, business is tough. But what I can tell my viewers is you are tougher. Business is tough,
Mm.
but you are tougher. Again, don't stress. Sometimes there are things that happens. You feel maybe you are not getting income, you're not getting profit. Don't stress, because the moment you start to stress, that's the end of you. That's the end of you. Be tough. The
Mm.
business might be tough, but be tougher. Don't stress. Again, be good to yourself. Be good to yourself. Don't stress. The business might be tough, but be tougher. The last one, never give up.
I love that. Yeah.
The moment you give up, I know
Mm.
if I gave up, I will not be in this podcast. I will not have been in this podcast if I gave up. All right? Be tough because you are tougher.
Yeah.
Don't stress. Believe in yourself. Never give up in any way. Again, the next chapter of your business, the next level, the next chapter of your business is going to be amazing. I don't know if you have heard me. The next chapter of your business, regardless of the small baby steps you're going to make, is going to be amazing. That is if you never gave up. That is if you never stressed. That is if you are tougher than the tough business.
I love that. Yeah. What incredible lessons to learn. And Lucia, do you think that it's also important to believe in something higher than just yourself? So like in your case, you're a very strong believer in God. God is a very important part of your life. Do you think that everybody needs to believe in that something greater than them
Definitely,
in order to succeed?
Mr. Daniel, definitely.
Yeah.
There is someone above. Okay, we are different. We are different, and people believe in different things. But there is that higher someone that is above you. That higher energy that controls everything. And to me, I believe it is God. That is my God that controls everything, who has been there for me. So regardless of you having all those things, you never gave up and stuff. You need to have
Hmm.
someone that you believe in. He will never fail you. And to me, that is my God. God. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So be tough, believe in yourself, but also believe in something higher, whether it's
Something
God,
higher.
whether it's whatever people may want to believe. That combination, you'll be unstoppable, yeah?
That's it. Mr. Daniel Topo. Mr. DT. Am I mentioning your name well? I love your name. Daniel Topo or Topo.
You are. You are.
Eh?
whatever,
What?
whatever you want it to be. It's, type 4.
Now, I needed to do something before maybe I end up. Uh, Let me. I don't know if you can hear the beats. Tell me if you.
Yep.
Can you hear the beats?
I can hear the beats.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me try to do something, alright?
Go
Yeah,
for
yeah.
it.
Lusher Paul. Yeah. A song dedicated to Daniel Topo. Yeah. Let's go. Roll it. Daniel, 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 Daniel Topo. Topo. Daniel, 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 Daniel Topo. Never give up. Never give up. The best you can do is to live a holy life. Desire in a heart shall not go upward. Then for the cloud that you sit on the light. Don't despair, for the Lord is aware. Get up your mind not to sin anymore, cause many more blessings will be added unto you. I'm preaching to you, you. I'm talking to you, Daniel. Do you know what? You have a very beautiful wife. Her name is Anita Muscan. Lovely lady, God sent lady. That's what I'm telling you, not to give up. Daniel, 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 Topper. Never give up. Daniel, 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 Topper. Huh?
I love
Never
it.
give up.
I love
Yes.
it.
The best podcast in
Oh, Lusher.
Australia. DWD episode 12. The best podcast in Australia. DWD Australia. Daniel, never give up. Daniel, go higher. Daniel, you shall make it. Daniel, everything shall be well. Yeah. Daniel, don't stress. Daniel, believe in higher something. Daniel, never give up. Daniel, 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 top four. Top four. Hey! Daniel, 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 top four. Hey! Ah, that's
Nice.
it.
I love it. Wow. So, that is so special, Lucia. Nobody's ever done that for me before. Did you just make that song up now, or did you
Well, see,
pre-plan
see,
it?
I'm just talking. I'm just saying what we talked about. There is nothing that maybe part of the verse that I ever did, but it just comes automatically. Hmm? The best you can do is to live a
I
whole
love it.
life.
I love it.
Yes. You want it to re-roll it again?
Mate, you are a man of many, many talents, Lucia. That was, yeah. I hope that the whole world can hear that. That was
Yes,
fantastic.
yes. Uh,
All right, Lucia. Well,
yes,
thank you so much for coming on the show today. It's been a
yes,
really, really special experience.
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
your story has really touched my heart, and I know that it's going to touch many, many hearts around the world.
yes,
You know, your energy, your spirit. I think you're on the right path, Lucia. You have big, big dreams, and
yes,
I think you're going to make it. And
yes.
the
Thank you, sir.
success is really in your hands, and I
Yes,
hope that God can be there as well for you,
yes.
and you get to achieve all the dreams that you want. You know, you're a
Mm,
very special guy, and I
thank
really
you, sir.
cherish this opportunity to connect.
Thank you. So I wish all
You're quite
well,
welcome.
and thank you also for hosting me. To the viewers, continue supporting my bro, DT, Daniel Topper. And you shall also go far. Don't give up in whatever you're doing. And it really feels good having been in a podcast. But I have never been to any podcast. This is my first podcast. Maybe TV stations. But this is my first podcast, international podcast. So I really appreciate, and I know God had made this day that will come to meet. And all I wish for you is more success, more money, more children. I know when the time is right, we'll one day come to meet. We'll one day come to meet.
Absolutely.
Yes,
I
let's
look
speak.
forward to that day, Lucia. I think, yeah, you're right. Our paths have crossed for a reason, and maybe we don't know the reason yet, or maybe we
Yes,
do.
yes,
I
yes,
mean, this is a
yes,
really good enough reason anyway, but I think there's more to it. So I look forward to meeting you in person one day. Maybe we'll meet you halfway somewhere across the world.
yes, yes, yes. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. That's true.
Excellent.
Let's finish with this.
Well, thank you, dear listeners and watchers, for tuning in. It's been a really, really special end of season finale, episode 12, Dancing with Doubt podcast. I've had an absolute blast. You know, my latest guest has been absolutely incredible, as many of my other guests have been this year. If you've enjoyed this episode, would really, really appreciate your support. Share the love, spread the knowledge, give us some feedback, like, share, comment, subscribe. We're on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts. It all makes a huge difference to me and allows me to connect with even more amazing guests such as Lucia and bring more goodness to you. So you can find more episodes at dancingwithdoubt.com. And as always, wherever in the world you are, may success be with you. See you next year. Bye bye.